Have you ever wondered, why isn't my condition improving? Despite getting injections at the hospital and taking medication, do you have this kind of thought often? And now, do you have knee pain? Back pain? Is your neck and shoulder area so stiff that you can't sleep properly? Or perhaps all of these apply to you? If so, you absolutely must watch this video. That pain might be coming from the soles of your feet. I didn't believe it at first either. Now, I have a story to share with you today. I am Young-jun, an 81-year-old rehabilitation medicine specialist. I've been working as a rehabilitation medicine doctor for over 50 years. That's right, 50 years. I've treated tens of thousands of patients. And among all those patients, the most remarkable transformations began from the soles of their feet. Why am I telling you this? Even at over 80 years old, I still come to the hospital every day to see patients. When I wake up in the morning, I take a 30-minute walk and climb stairs. What's my secret? It's the foot sole management I'm going to tell you about today. Since last month, the LifeSpace channel has asked me to share essential health management tips that people over 60 should know. So despite my busy schedule, I've come here hoping that at least one more subscriber to LifeSpace will live a healthier life. Today, I'm going to share the most important foot sole management method first. If you watch this video until the end, I'll tell you the exact locations and methods that can show effects within a week, completely free of charge. It's very simple, but the effects are amazing. Just a moment. Before we begin our main discussion, please click the free subscribe and like buttons right now. That way, you can see the next video sooner. What I'm about to tell you isn't just simple health information. This is a story that could change your life. During my 50 years as a doctor, I've realized something: our bodies are all connected, especially the soles of our feet, which are a very important part connected to our entire body. Think about it. We walk, stand, run, and move on our feet every day. The feet are the foundation of our body. Just as a house shakes when its foundation is unstable, when there's a problem with our feet, the entire body is affected. The method I'm about to share with you is very simple, but many people have escaped from pain. They've suffered for 20 years using this simple method. The secret is foot patches. You mean those patches you buy at the pharmacy? You might ask. Yes, that's right, those patches. But what's important is where and how you apply them. Start right now. By the time this video ends, you'll have hope. And a month later, your body will be completely different. You'll be able to escape from the pain you've suffered for decades. Now, I'll share with you the real stories of patients I've treated directly. These are all people who suffered from pain for a long time, and whose lives changed because of foot patches. First is the story of 83-year-old Mr. Lee. He suffered from a herniated disc for 5 years. It was even difficult for him to get up in the morning. The hospital recommended surgery twice, but he was very worried because surgery at such an advanced age could be slow to recover from and risky. Then, by chance, he came to our hospital, and I listened carefully to his concerns. I suggested that we start with foot patches, and at first, he was half skeptical but began anyway. After applying foot patches for 3 weeks, it gradually became easier to get up in the morning, and after 2 more weeks, he started walking without a cane. Now, he walks slowly in the neighborhood park for 30 minutes every morning. Mr. Lee didn't believe me at first. He asked, "Will my back get better just by putting patches on the soles of my feet?" But since he had tried everything else without success, he decided to give it a try. And almost a month later, a miracle happened. The second case is 72-year-old Mrs. Kim Jung-suk. She suffered from knee arthritis for 12 years. At her worst, she had to use a wheelchair. But after applying foot patches for 3 weeks, she was able to take walks with her friends. Now Mrs. Yuna can even go to the playground to play with her grandchildren. She occasionally contacts me to express her gratitude. I'm happiest when patients contact me with joy after becoming healthy. Are these 2 cases special? No. More than 80% of the patients I've recommended foot patches to have experienced similar effects. What do these people have in common? First, they were all frustrated with existing treatments. They had visited many hospitals and taken many medications, but didn't improve. Second, they were all initially skeptical about foot patches. Everyone doubted at first that applying patches to the soles of their feet would improve their backs or knees. Third, they felt changes within an average of 7–10 days. There wasn't much difference for the first 3 days. But after about a week, the pain definitely started to decrease. Fourth, beyond just the pain disappearing, the quality of their lives changed. They slept better, felt better, and became more active. This isn't just about relieving pain. It's about restarting a life you've given up on. Mr. Grand 76 said, "Doctor, my wish was to visit the island once before I die. Now I'm planning to walk the entire island next year." Mrs. Choice 81 said, "Having my grandchildren visit was a burden because I couldn't help them. Now I can cook for them when they come and play with them, and I'm so happy." Your story could be just like theirs. Just start right now. But how does putting patches on the soles of feet improve back or knee pain? You might wonder. Let me explain scientifically why the soles of the feet are important. Many people are skeptical at first, but give it a try. It doesn't cost much and has almost no side effects. But the effects are amazing. Also, remember that effects don't appear at the same time for everyone. But most people start to feel changes within a week. So why specifically the soles of the feet? Why not apply patches directly to the painful area? Of course, applying patches directly to the painful area helps too. But the soles of the feet are special. They have the highest concentration of nerve endings in our body. It's like the central control room for whole body health. Think about this. There are over 7,000 nerve endings in the soles of our feet. These nerves are connected to our entire body. Specific areas of the foot sole are directly connected to specific parts of the body, like the knees, back, shoulders, and neck. According to research published by Tokyo University in 2022, foot sole stimulation alone can relax the whole body's fascia network and reduce pain. Simply put, stimulating the soles of the feet makes the muscles and tendons throughout the body more comfortable. Another study showed that 15 minutes after foot sole stimulation, endorphin levels in the body increased by 40%. Endorphins are natural painkillers produced by our body. This means that stimulating the foot sole produces more natural painkillers in the body. Eastern medicine has long emphasized the importance of the soles of the feet. Have you heard of foot reflexology? It's the theory that specific areas of the foot sole are connected to specific organs in our body, especially the Young-jun kidney 1 acupoint in the middle of the foot. Sole is very important. This area is deeply related to whole body inflammation, kidney function, and shoulder and back pain. The Donggi Bogum traditional Korean medical text also emphasized the importance of the foot sole. The saying, "the feet are the second heart," originated from this. It means that blood circulation is promoted through the foot sole, which affects the health of the entire body. Check your foot soles right now. Are they hard or painful? If so, it could be a signal that there's a problem in your body. If you don't try this method now, you might continue to suffer from pain. It could even get worse. You might have to take more medication and receive more treatments. But if you start this method now, you could feel changes in a week. A month later, you could be living a completely different life. Now I've explained the scientific reasons why the foot sole is important. Next, I'll tell you in detail how to actually apply foot patches. Oh, and don't forget, this method isn't effective when applied just any time. It needs to be at the right time, right location, and using the right method. Now for the most important part, how should you apply foot patches to be effective? I'll tell you in detail. First, what kind of patches should you use? You don't need special patches. Regular patches from the pharmacy are fine. Patches with medium stimulation are better than those with very strong stimulation. What about the size of the patch? If it's too big, it's uncomfortable. And if it's too small, the effect is minimal. A size of about 5 cm by 5 cm is appropriate. You can cut them if necessary. Now I'll tell you the exact foot sole patch application locations for different types of pain. For those with knee pain, attach the patch to the central lower part of the foot sole. This area is called the Go-Yol Kidney 1 acupoint. It's about 3 cm behind the crease that forms when you bend your toes. For those with back pain, attach patches to 2 locations. One is the central part of the foot sole, the Young-jun heel. It's about 13 of the way from the toe crease. The other is the central heel. Applying patches to these two locations is effective for back pain. For those with shoulder pain, attach patches below the big toe and the little toe. The area below the big toe is connected to the right shoulder, and the area below the little toe is connected to the left shoulder. For those with neck pain, attach a patch about 2 centimeters below the area between the second and third toes. This area is directly connected to the neck. When is the best time to apply patches? The best time is between 9 and 10 p.m. And remove them when you wake up in the morning. It's good to keep them on for about 8 to 12 hours. Apply patches every night for the first week. After that, applying them once every 2 days is effective. A note of caution. If you have sensitive skin, test first with a small size. If your skin turns red or becomes very itchy, stop using them. Also, those with diabetes should be careful. Diabetes can dull sensation in the feet, so you might not feel the stimulation from the patches well. In such cases, use them for shorter periods. Remember when applying patches, it's good to apply them to clean, washed feet. And apply some pressure so the patches stick well. If the patches don't stick well, you can secure them with bandages. But be careful not to make them too tight. Many people say that when they apply patches, their foot soles feel hot and tingly. That's normal. That stimulation is what has a good effect on the entire body. Now you know how to apply foot patches. But patches alone aren't perfect. There are secret habits that double or triple the effect of the patches. The reason I can still be active and healthy at 81 is thanks to these habits. Now I'll tell you about these secret habits. The first habit is drinking more than 8 glasses of water a day. Water is very important for eliminating toxins from our body. Especially in the morning, it's good to drink a glass of water. As soon as you wake up, lukewarm water is best. Very cold water can put stress on the stomach. Many elderly people say they drink less water because they don't want to bother going to the bathroom. But if you drink less water, toxins won't be properly eliminated from your body. Eventually, the pain may last longer. Mr. Fung, 76, said that after practicing drinking water along with patches, his pain almost disappeared within a month. Now he takes a 30-minute walk along the beach every day. The second habit is rotating your ankles for just 1 minute. After waking up in the morning, it's very simple. Sit down and rotate your ankles 10 times, clockwise and 10 times counterclockwise. This improves blood circulation in the feet and enhances the effect of the patches. The third habit is walking for 20 minutes 3 times a week. You can start with just 5 minutes. The important thing is to be consistent. Walking is very good for overall health and provides good stimulation to the foot soles. Mrs. Park 81 practiced drinking plenty of water daily and walking 3 times a week along with patches. As a result, after 3 months, she had almost no pain. The fourth habit is eating anti-inflammatory foods. Ginger, mackerel, and olive oil all have anti-inflammatory effects. Ginger tea in particular is easy to make and effective. Just slice ginger thinly and steep in hot water for about 5 minutes. Drinking 1 cup a day is beneficial. The fifth habit is simple stretching and proper sleeping posture. Light stretching before bed makes your body more comfortable. And sleep posture is important too. If you have back pain, lie on your side with a small pillow under your knees. If you have knee pain, lie down with a small pillow between your knees. This will help you sleep more comfortably. Practicing these 5 habits along with foot patches can more than double the pain relief effect. In particular, Mrs. Jung, 79, said, "At first, I only applied patches and improved a little. But when I combined them with drinking water and walking, the effect doubled. Now I can play with my grandchildren." Mr. Park 85 said stretching and proper. Sleeping posture helped the most. Sleeping well makes my body much lighter in the morning and reduces pain. Start right now. Apply patches to your foot soles tonight and start practicing these 5 habits tomorrow. You could experience amazing changes. But remember, not everything changes overnight. You need to be consistent and practice for at least 2 weeks to see effects. Now I've told you about the effects of foot patches and the habits. You should practice along with them. Finally, let me share some moving cases of people whose lives have changed through this method. I conducted an experiment at a nursing home in Young-jun. 5 elderly people in wheelchairs were asked to apply foot patches and practice the habits I've shared. Amazingly, 3 were able to use walkers, and 1 became able to walk completely on their own. Mr. Kim, 88, had been in a wheelchair for 3 years. He had given up on walking because his back and knees were too painful. But after practicing foot patches and the habits for a month, he now walks 1 lap around the nursing home garden every morning. Mr. Kim said, "I thought it was the end, but now I have hope that I can still do things." Mrs. Lee, 79, had suffered from knee pain for 20 years. It was so bad she could barely move around the house. But after practicing foot patches for 2 months, she was able to attend her grandchild's graduation ceremony. Mrs. Lee said, "I was so happy to be able to hand a bouquet of flowers to my grandchild with my own hands." Mr. Kennedy's story, 83, is even more surprising. He suffered from a herniated disc for 15 years. He spent most of his day lying down in pain. But after practicing foot patches and the additional habits I taught for 3 months, he now rides a bicycle for an hour every day. Imagine riding a bicycle at 83 years old. Mr. Park said, "I feel like I've come back to life. I'm full of energy like when I was young." These stories could become your story. These people aren't special. They just consistently practiced the methods I've shared. Pain breaks down not just the body but also the mind. When you're in pain, you become depressed. Don't want to meet people and lose your zest for life. But 1 patch applied to your foot sole today could restore your entire life. In my 50-plus years as a doctor, I've realized something: our bodies have an amazing ability to heal themselves. All we need to do is nurture that healing ability. Foot patches and good habits are methods to nurture that healing ability. Start right now. Apply patches to your foot soles tonight. Start drinking more water and walking lightly tomorrow. Small changes add up to big changes. And be sure to share this video with family and friends. Someone's life could change. If your parents, spouse, brothers or sisters have been suffering from pain for a long time, tell them about this method. Their lives could change. If you want to be energetic all day starting from the morning, even at over 80 like me, please leave a comment saying, "I'll start," and practice consistently. Then leave a comment about the changes in your body after a month. I'll send a small gift to those selected by drawing. Pain is not the end of life. It can be a new beginning. Start right now. A month later, you'll be living a completely different life. And if there are other diseases and treatments you'd like me to cover, please leave them in the comments. If it's something I can address, I'll make time to discuss it in another video. If it's something beyond my medical expertise, I'll ask for help from famous doctors in the relevant fields to resolve it for you. Finally, please click the subscribe button right now. And also like and set notifications. That way you won't miss the next video. I support your healthy senior years. Thank you.